Dota Elite League, excuse me. And I'm NY John, your host. I'm flying solo for the moment, but Mutt should be around for the next game. Who knows, maybe he'll jump in during this game. We'll just roll with whatever happens. We can see we're already in the draft. Let's go over what players are in this game. MSS, Material Queen, Solamthus. ES doesn't understand. Okay, let's go to the Archdale client because I have no idea who these people are. Of course I know who MSS is, but I can't figure out if there's aliases. Let's see. So I'm going to read it off of here for everybody, since we're all so curious. The Radiant team is Liquid TC, Monkeys Forever. We have Broodstar, Pandago, and Beatiz. The Dire team is Mason, Couch, Solanthus, MSS, and Go Audio. So some players I'm not as familiar with, but a lot of also big names in the mix there. Thanks to everyone that's tuning in early here. Of course, there will be ticket giveaways once Mott arrives, which should be shortly. He had an emergency to tend to. So hopefully that will synchronize after the first game. Be able to give out a ticket, which is $3.99 in the Dota 2 store. So if you don't want to wait, go purchase one, and then you win another one, and it's like having double greatness. But let's look at some of these bans and picks out already. We can see Abaddon banned out. That is the trend of the month. Batrider, Lifestealer, Spirit Breaker, all banned out by the Dire team, and the Radiant have taken out OD as well as Visage, Shadow Demon, and Puck. Looking at some of these picks, Nagasiren picked up first, added a Darkseer and Jakiro to that, so some big, bad teamfight potential for the Radiant team so far. Very standard draft, but I like what's coming out of the Dire team a little bit more. They got some exciting things going on here. The Nyx Assassin plus the Weaver have a Bounty Hunter, and now they add a Doom. Doom, a hero we don't see all too often at all because he is a slightly higher risk hero, but he is certainly got potential. And we have seen, I believe it was back in, oh man, that's a while ago already, DreamHack Summer, when Dignitas took down Na'Vi. It was on the back end of a Dignitas Doom. And after he got, that was before he got his buff, I believe, or maybe it was right after, but that buff is pretty significant, so we'll see what they can make of it. It's a really aggressive team because the Doom build, at least I've been seeing more often, is that kind of race car Doom. So you have big move speed on Doom, big move speed on Bounty Hunter, Weaver, and Nyx Assassin's very mobile on top of that. So you got a lot going on with this squad. Let's see. Meanwhile, on the flip side, we have that big team fight. They add a Razor to it. So this is standard as it comes. This is by the book drafting from Monkeys Forever. He's not taking any risk right now, and it probably stick that way. I don't know. If it gets a little bit scrappy early, Weaver, Bounty Hunter, Nyx Assassin, they're going to pick you apart. I mean, you really have to play conservative until that 15-minute mark or so if you're the Radiant team. That is, unless you win lanes decisively, which it's a possibility. This Doom can end up in the jungle. He could end up... can't really do middle against Razor. It's just not a fair matchup. So I don't fully expect him to be there. But Windrunner gets picked up, and now it might put the Doom in the mid lane. I guess they could adjust a little bit, throw a Weaver there. I want to see how this team is going to lane this out, because they are definitely an interesting mix. Last pick for the Radiant team, we can see that Storm Spirit and Queen of Pain were banned out. So, taking out a couple mid options there, as both teams could be gearing towards that. Razor might not even end up in the middle lane, Nagasiren and Jakiro, but his flexibility has to be taken into account for when you're the Dire team, because, of course, you pick a carry that can also go mid lane, and all of a sudden, Razor, you don't know where he's going to end up and cause problems. Thanks to everyone that's tuning in. Hopefully everything's good. I just threw the stream up. Dota TV stopped. No, Dota 2 disconnected right before the game started. So I literally jumped in the lobby and I was like, guys, can I please NEL this? And they were very kind and let me remake it and help me out with the settings. So if any of the settings are wrong, we're blaming Beatiz or MSS, one of them, because they all said it was great. And last pick. Let's take some guesses. They have a Razor, they have a Jakiro, Darkseer, Nagasiren. Looking at these banned out options, could it be a Timbersaw? I think it could be a Timbersaw. The pure damage is going to be really solid against some of these heroes. It can blow up a Weaver. I don't know. Usually against Weaver, you want to hear they can get a silence. Timbersaw doesn't get silence all too well because the extra damage is lost on auto attacks, but I have seen him do it before because of the mana pool and the regen that it can offer. So it's a possibility, but there's got to be a better option. I'm trying to think. I hear you can put a silence on. Maybe an Invoker would be really exciting, but they'll go for the Shadow Fiend. And this is a by the book. Wow, like literally just looked at stable rosters right now and just picked it. So Shadow Fiend probably gonna end up middle in the hands of TC, and we'll see. We'll see how this goes. MSS picks up the Bounty Hunter. Monkeys Forever on the Razor right now. Broodstar on the Naga Siren. I mean, going by the players I know, it looks like the Radiant team is stacked. They have Brood, Pandago's known player, Monkeys Forever, TC, and I believe Beatus is about to take up that Darkseer, unless he's under an alias or something. And on the other team, I've heard of Go Audio. I don't know from where. MSS, of course, and Material Queen is an alias for somebody. Mason, maybe? Mason's one of those players. So they have a lot of talent as well. We're not going to rule them out by any means. Let's check out. I got to switch the overlay before anyone yells at me. I got this. Don't worry. Nobody panic. Okay, we're on the dire side. We'll do some quick team intros. We've got MSS playing the Windrunner. It looks like he's going to try and take this middle. Spends a lot of his money, so it's going to be a little bit of a later bottle, but his base damage advantage versus a Shadow Fiend is pretty good. And by pretty good, it's really good. 56 against 49, 7 point. His attack animation is solid. They're probably even on attack animations, really. But yeah, Beatus says it's no fun versus. That's exactly what I was thinking, except the Doom's the only fun pick. But half the time, he just gets blown up so early that it doesn't matter how fun he is. And his job is to make other heroes less fun because you can't click buttons. So, I don't know. Let's back to introductions. Okay, so we have the Windrunner. That's MSS. We have Solomthus. Never going to say that name right. He's on this. What is this? This armor. What is this? Sacred Orb? He looks like, I don't know, a character from one of those bad movies. Tron or something. Meanwhile, Material Queen, which I believe is Mason, is on the Weaver. So Mason, one of the players with pretty high standing in the NEL as of right now. Go Audio is going to be playing that Doom. And on the bottom lane, Couch gets dusted already. He's getting beaten on. We see Twin-Headed Dragon as well as Naga Siren coming in here. Couch dropping pretty low. Has enough time to get a salve off and he'll survive. That would have been a horrific death early. And you're trading a salve for one smoke charge? Not too bad. They do drop down a sentry and they're going to try and go again. Why not? Couch may be in trouble. Here comes the net. He just doesn't learn. The dual brat's going to fly out as well. He's taking some hits. Monkeys Forever is going to come in. They're going to have to drop down a second sentry. Monkeys Forever not skilling up an ability yet. They drop down the second sentry, but they don't have any disables. They just spent 290 gold. What? And he had two salves. What? That was a whole lot of money for a whole lot of nothing. Poor decision making. I'll chalk that one up to poor decision making. I don't know. You usually need to get a skill to deal some damage, so shame on Razor being greedy, but he was late in there anyway. It's not like they had enough slows to keep Bounty Hunter down forever. Now he's going to just invis and do whatever he wants down here. There's one more dust remaining. That's the only detection, so he should be fine. I never made it through full player introductions. Actually, let's do the Radiant right now. So TC's going to be playing the Shadow Fiend in the middle lane. We do have Jungle and Beatus on the Darkseer right now. And it's going to put Broodstar on Naga Siren, Pandago on THD, and that leaves Monkeys Forever on the Razor. So, looking at these lanes, bottom lane is going to be free farm for Razor, top lane is going to be free farm for Weaver. That's probably advantage Weaver early in the game, at very least. I talked about the mobility of the Dire team. It's going to be hard to make a whole lot out of Static Link, at least independent of the rest of his team. If they're in big team fight situations, there are disables that can help him out a good deal. But this mid lane is going to be probably the key thing. Can TC style on MSS? Unlikely. This is a very safe matchup for a Windrunner. He can really do no wrong. Bottom lane, though, it looks like Couch is going to try and contest again, take a little bit of damage as he pokes into the pull, but no harm, no foul. Darkseer continues to jungle. He has to be careful. Couch is so obsessed with whatever's going on over here that he doesn't realize Darkseer's in the jungle, and that call should come out from top lane. He should just be stalking him and making his life miserable because they're directly competing as off laners. And you can see, look, level 1 on this bounty hunter and level 3 already on the Darkseer. So at least slow him down because right now you're losing. Yeah, you're losing, buddy. Sorry. You got to change that. Oh, and it's a race for the haste. Nope. Getting there on the same team. MSS is going to get it. Net's coming out. Couch has to steal it. And he'll grab it. Go on top of Broodstar. Broodstar's going to back up top hill. Here's a dual breath from Pandago, but it ain't going to stop the haste. And MSS gets first blood. Some early items popping out to the fans. Pandago's going to take some damage. Bounty Hunter is still on the prowl. He picked up level 2. He has Janata strike up in 4 more seconds, but in comes Monkey's Forever for the side. He's going to sap off most of this damage. There's a dust flying as well. Pandago is safe because there is negative 27 damage on Bounty Hunter. And that is not going to be enough to take anybody down. Meanwhile, back towards our mid lane, our exciting lane, we have 15 CS, 7 denies against 16 CS, 6 denies. So very even. That's going to favor Shadow Fiend a little bit. You can see he's already at 18 stacks, so he's near capped. Oh, and now MSS is in a little bit of trouble. Long range raise, but it's not enough damage to kill. That's the upside of Shadow Fiend not being 5 yet. If he was 5, that raise would have certainly killed. Raises, of course, scale pretty well. 75 extra damage per level. And that is the danger zone. When you're up against level 5 Shadow Fiend, he's in his own element. You can definitely get taken down in an instant. Couch coming towards the middle lane, looking for some trouble. Still level 2, so this whole time, refusing to just go in and harass Darkseer a little bit. At least throw him off, try and steal his last hits. Do something to him because you want to slow him down. Darkseer is going to come in and just start hitting like a champ. Here's Couch taking a whole lot of damage from TC. He's doing the opposite of what he needs to be doing. TC 1 raise away from kill, but of course he used his mid and long range raise. Meanwhile, top lane has Mason taking down a tower early here. Already 650 gold. Easy, easy. Pandago, some kind of, what is this dual breath level 1 going to stop the push? This rotation, very curious. Pandago just trying to get a little bit of greed. He's trying to get his cash flow up, and he misses the last hit. Oh man, don't miss another one, please. Not on camera. Don't do it. Just dual breath it. Oh, man. No, not 2. Could it happen again? No, tower's going to hit that one. Oh, tower's going to destroy all of them. This is a disaster. Pandago, no. Oh, he got one. We're good. Thanks to everyone that's tuning in. This stream, we didn't actually get it up until the game started, so, you know, take your time. Tell all your friends. We do see Couch on the bottom lane. Now finally going to get a little bit of experience. He gets a look here. Razor's about to hit level 6. Let's compare CS. We see Razor 34 and 10 against 32 and 2 on the Weaver. His net worth is going to be skewed because he got a tower, so he's obviously ahead. That last on tower, pretty valuable, I hear. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend in the mid lane has his bottle. Is going to crow this a little bit. Looks like somebody snagged, or no, he's going to crow it before the 6-minute rune comes up, so he's not even going to contest 6-minute rune, perhaps. Just going to let it go. MSS taking a whole lot of damage from the raises, but he'll be okay. Go audio. What you doing in the jungle? He has nothing. He gets stunned off. Oh, man. Centaur creeps. They're legit. You can see he stole off a troll, so pretty good abilities to have, but there's no one to even apply pressure on in the top lane. Go audio, don't do this. Oh, you got it. Oh, come on. Little Centaur, the underdog story. Mid lane, Ice Pat's going to miss on MSS before he uses his win run. A travesty. Couch is actually going to go on top of TC. The Shackle's not going to connect. If that did hit, maybe a kill. It would have been a stretch, though. Pandago! What's going on? Just taking free damage, and Couch is going to get a kill. TC has raises, though. Vacuum misses. Here is the surge. Couch trying to get uphill. TC has 2 raises. You're dead. Easy. So a 1-for-1. Trading that offlaner that's been suffering so far in Couch for Pandago's Jakiro support. I'm not sure either of them had to die. MSS gets netted, and he is going down. In the words of Full Out Boy. We have TC doing pretty well in the middle lane now. That definitely, builds upon your start. Before that point, 31 and 9, 36 and 13. It's pretty even. Windrunner isn't as big a playmaker, but actually that's not fair to say. It depends on the player and what he can do with those shackles. They're going to try to go bottom lane, rotation onto Razor, apply some pressure here. Monkeys Forever is going to try and juke, but there's the net from Doom, and the Doom throwing everything out to kill the Razor off, and he almost is guaranteed dead. They're going to try and get a deny, Ice Path into deny. Bandego, nice play, and there's some free items for the fans. So, that's pretty costly, because Doom is such a long cooldown. 110 seconds, and now he just has to, haul back to the jungle and still try and build his race car items, which is very boring. Couch gets caught by an Ice Path, and there's a dust. Speed is coming in. Couch. Oh, Couch. 1, 2, and 1 so far in this game. Pushes on the tier 1. It's going to take a little bit of damage. The real concern for the Radiant has to be Mason. Mason's just free farming. He has his Midas. He has top CS. He has top net worth as a result. And there's a casual pause. You see a DD rune spawn down here. Top lane Couch again gets caught off. Is there detection? They used the dust already or recently. They're trying to sit on him and they get him. Beatas and Monkeys Forever combined for next level ghosting strategies. JK. And now Weaver comes in, but he's just getting eaten alive by Ion Shield damage. He doesn't have a whole lot to go on. But he's going to try and finish off this Razor. Razor gets his stick off. He's surviving. Go Audio comes in for the side. They can't kill Razor. Solanthus doesn't get the stun onto him. He pops out the Carapace. Beatas is going to trigger that immediately and then retreat. Now Monkeys Forever gets a salve, and he's going to turn right back around and get the double kill. What plays? How is he surviving? Just hit him with the spike. Oh my god, the Impale would have killed him. He hit everybody but him. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And that is tragic. That is really, really bad. And middle tower goes down during that. So we're talking about free farm and Shadow Fiend. He's just chilling to whatever he feels like. Beata's going to have his mech up. Boots are coming out too. Razor's going for a first item axe, so he's just going to try and... Or that could be a casual point booster. I've been seeing that more and more often. So perhaps I'm a little bit wrong. Naga Siren has Song available now too. Mason comes back up to the top lane. This just isn't... You can't get involved with this kind of item build. Like, what best case scenario you're dealing basic damages? I don't know. I don't agree with it. There's a DC. Weaver was farming so well that if he had just kept to himself and continued to farm, then maybe whatever happened down bottom lane wouldn't have been as tragic. He still didn't die, but definitely forced an engage that wasn't 100% necessary or beneficial for his team. TC heading towards his haste rune. He's going to get it. Unless Windrunner can do something spectacular. I don't believe there's anything spectacular in Nemesis's back pocket right now. During the pause, I'm sure everyone's tuning into the stream to check out what the best options are going to be. So we'll do some misdirection here. I think that Nyx Assassin should build the Yasha first because damage output. Doom should definitely go for... Ooh, it's a tough call between Valve Discord and perhaps just 4 Orbs of Venom. I think that would be a really solid build because the slows would just be tremendous. 4 Orbs of Venom and the cost effectiveness. Bounty Hunter is on his 4 Orb of Venom build already. You can see he's got 1 up and running. A couple more and he'd be solid. And Mott is back, but he obviously can't get in this game. Actually, wait, maybe we're in a pause. Can you hear me? Do I have to type or can you hear? This is the test. Wow. How rude. He mutes me. I see how it is. Okay, he doesn't mute me. Test failed. This pause, man. These pauses are slowing us down. I'm trying to see some action. Oh. Oh, touche. So I was going to bring Maud in and have him just cast from the stream, but apparently people in game wouldn't be able to hear. So we will wait on that and just do a next game. Normally. The normal way. So the Tron Assassin was able to get killed before. He's 3 and 4 with CS, looking really solid. Let's check out our levels here. Level 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Everyone's level 5. It's like dominoes up in here with all those 5s. Doom is going to pick up early arcanes. That'd be interesting. Because Nick's Assassin almost has to go arcanes at some point. So you have 1 arcane boots there. I guess Windrunner didn't go for it. Bounty wouldn't. So it makes sense probably to have 2 pairs of arcanes on the team. I'll agree with it. We have a track on Monkeys Forever. He's going to... This is a Obs ward, so it's not going to spot him. But a nice shackle comes out from MSS. And off the pause, going ham. Couch trying to get this kill. Damage flies out from Monkeys Forever, but last hit there from MSS. Down goes the Razor. Let's see. It looks like Beatus sneaks in. He's going to try and do... Oh, here it comes. Beatus running in on MSS. MSS is going to take some damage. He has Wind Run available. They're going to try and bait this. Looking for a shackle. Ain't going to catch on anything. Couch comes in. Gets off the hit. They're going to throw up a track. Beatus now needs to retreat. Pops off his mech, but there's a huge wrap. It's a super bait. Pandago coming in for the backside. Catches off Couch. Drops down the sentry. And your Couch is now Pandagos. Here comes the net from Broodstar. And the slow kill. The slow kill. Rest in peace. His MSS has to TP out. Nobody can save Couch. Material Queen. Mason. Now finishes up his Perseverance, so he's going to go for that Lincoln's first. Despite the awkward TP earlier, it should be a timely Lincoln's. He's looking at probably, let's see, it's 12 minutes into the game, probably around the 18-minute mark. Earlier if things go well, later if things go poorly. It's probably the safest assumption I've ever made in my life. We do have a push in the bottom lane tower. And they're bringing everybody. They have a song available, so they're ready to fight. Talked about this in the draft. It's a team fight, standard, boring lineup that makes people want to gouge their eyes out from time to time. But nonetheless, they're trying to win games. They want to make it to the playoffs and get their share of however many dollars we're able to accumulate, which is why you should buy tickets, because 50% of proceeds go to the prize pool. Doom's chasing song was used, and it's just a casual retreat. They pop off a smoke. Smoke's not going to do all too much except for the movement speed since track is up on Slithis, so they know exactly what's going on here. TC just continues to farm. He hasn't died yet. He has 2 kills. Mott says we're giving out 2 keys, tickets tonight. I keep calling tickets keys. 2 tickets tonight. So stay tuned. You want to get those tickets. You want to buy some and then win some and just have as many as possible. Don't know why. Go Audio gets caught. He's going to die. There's a stun. Hits 2 from Solanthus. The pursuit is coming, but the surge is available in 1 second. They're going to throw Monkeys Forever forward. There is the Vendetta from Solanthus. He's going to be a little bit safe. Monkeys Forever not going to give up on him, though. He pops out. I guess he was walking through a sentry, so that kind of helped. But he did turn around to attack. And now on the back end, Mason's going to get caught off. Forced to pop the time lapse. Here's the damage step onto Couch. He gets dusted. And Couch, nothing going right for him this game. Walks into a raise. That's his 5th death of the game. Go back to your early game. Why aren't you contesting Darkseer's farm? Oh, man. MSS is going to get caught here as well. Nice shackle, MSS Dota. Oh my god. He gets out. TC, Beatus, you have just been styled on. Dun dun dun. Seriously though, they need to calm down a little bit. Probably really heated right now. I know I would be. Mid lane, a little bit of a tussle between TC and Mason. Mason, they're both going to tactically retreat. Jakiro rotating in casually. Mason's just walking through everybody. Beatas casually gets hit by Sakuchi. We have a lot of Radiant heroes down here, and still nobody trying to put pressure on this Weaver. I guess they didn't spot him off because he went and invis through the runes. Now Solantis is going to get spot by a sentry, and this can go horribly wrong for him. Solantis, don't do it. They're going to go on top of Monkeys Forever. Monkeys Forever has to know this is coming. He has to. And he does. Shadowfiend gets a kill because I'm preoccupied. It was on Doom. He used an ultimate for it. Worth it. Doom is not having the best game. But I never really expect too much out of Jungle Dooms. There's a Shackle. Catches Monkeys Forever. TPs are not coming in. This is going to be a team. I guess the trade is better than saving the Razor. Meanwhile, they spot off Nagasiren under the tower as well. Couch is going in on him. But every time Couch is involved, you might as well just back up because this guy is on full tilt right now. We see Mason's going to try and put damage on Beatas. Beatas' Iron Shell damage is enough to force a time lapse out. He's dropping low, but Song flies. And now the TPs come in strides. They're going to try and open up on everybody. The vacuum is down. The Ice Path will hit no one. Pandago! No! They throw the surge up onto Broodstar, but it's not enough. An interrupt for the TP isn't there, and MSS is just untouchable right now. They can't catch him. Solantis will make it out too, surprisingly, but the big story is MSS and those shackles are just everywhere. Dota's depressing. Words of a Dota 2 superstar in the making. Or he's probably already been made. I wonder if they'll ever do. Never mind. I was just thinking of something really silly. That TV show MTV had. You could do like a made version of Dota 2. It would be really, really weird. Because the main part of that show is usually drill sergeanting someone really hard. And it would be much less intense than Dota. And probably pretty boring. So, yeah, I regret ever even thinking about that. I actually knew somebody that was on that show. That must be pretty embarrassing. Or awesome, if it goes well. Okay, tangent averted. Let's get back on target. Let's look at this game. I guess it's time to check the graphs. I'm sure if Twitch chat was working on my end, I'd see a lot of people complaining about bad jokes and not checking graphs. So I'll just imagine those comments and roll with it. We have smoke coming up here. Weaver gonna get vacuum back. Ice Path. What is Pandago doing? Net comes out. It catches Weaver. He's just got time lapse, and the Shackle is beautiful. A 4-man power shot as well. Gets erased by a mech, but it's still nice. You don't see those perfect lines all too often, but next level MSS. He just sees the greater picture. Solantis is going to casually pop a Vendetta and then break out of it with a magic stick. I'm not exactly sure if I saw that right.
New game hosted.
Oh my god, that was loud. Oh my god. We need to do something about that. This is my first time using this client. Oh, there's a mute sound button. Don't worry, I got it under control, guys. That was horrifying. I don't know how people can deal with that. Okay, we have Mason in the mid lane. He's coming in. Couch! Don't do it, Couch! You're better than this. He makes it out. For the first time. How many deaths does Couch have? 6 deaths. Out of 13 kills. 50% of their deaths. Well, a little bit less than 50% for the math sticklers out there. But that's a lot. Couch, thank you for not dying that time. Let's see. TC has his BKB up. And Helm of the Dominator. Solid. Razor. Aghanims. Broodstar has a Sanj. Probably to Heaven's Halberd eventually. Darkseer still sitting on that ring of health plus mech. And who am I missing? Oh, Pandago. Pandago. Gotta hit those ice paths. At least some of them. Hit one target. Don't go for the big ones. That's what I would do. I'd be like, well, I got one. Can't really complain. That's obviously not true. This is IXDL, NEL. You can complain about absolutely anything you want. Meanwhile, on the middle lane, this is the Dire team grouping up. Mason sitting on enough money for that ultimate orb. He is the only one with cash flow on the Dire team. Actually, MSS is a decent amount, but Mason gets netted here, takes a little bit of damage. A Doom comes out on top of Nagasiren. They don't know what they want to fight. They kind of want to fight. Darkseer is going to fight. Pops off his mech now. He's still low on health. He's going to drop. So Beatus was toying with them for a long time, but now cleanup crew is on hand. TC coming in with raises that had absolutely nobody. This could be the ugliest cleanup I've ever seen. Those fake ultimates, nobody's buying it. Okay. That was an awful beat. Solantis is going to disjoint the net, still somehow die, as Monkey's Forever saps his damage. I don't know why this fight is still going on. If you're the Dire, you should have been thanking the Lord that you could make it out for free. But instead, they're just going to casually feed a couple kills to make everything fair and square. And then Mason dies. What? You can't. There was. Everyone was safe. How do you? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know anymore. Guys, 2 ticket giveaways sometime tonight. Probably one after this game, maybe. Possibly. Potentially. Perhaps. We'll see. Maud's going to join for the next game, so it won't just be me, so I won't be bored out of my mind talking to myself. Not that the game is boring. The game is... it's Radiant favored. You know, you pick standard, you win standard. MSS is a force dev now, so look for more outrageous shackle shots coming from him. This, like... 17-minute mech is up on Doom. I think it could have even been later than that, honestly. I'm not sure what the exact timing was. So, you know, check that off on your Steam accomplishment list. Looking at... check Doom. Beatus with the fakest bait ever in the middle lane, where he just casually died, and then somehow eventually led his team to prominence. He is still sitting on the same items, building up a hood now. Or a headdress. Hood. And Mason gets caught again. He's going to time-lapse out of that one. And actually, that positioning was just barely out of the ice path. He could have almost time-lapsed into the far end of it, which would have been something else. Illusion Root spawned up here. They're going for a Roshan. Half-ass effort so far. They've got a decent amount of minus armor. They take away all of Roshan's armor. Razor doesn't deal that much damage, though, without having static link up. So they're entirely reliant on Shadow Fiend's damage and the fact that the Dire team is nowhere to be found. So anticlimactic. I don't know where they thought everyone was. They have a fight team. I said it. They have to kind of skirmish, and they just cannot do it any longer. The song is too much. TC's farm is too intimidating. Heaven's Halberd. What? Okay. Nagasiren has more farm than Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is getting styled on. Vacuum. Okay, Couch. What are you doing? Where are you? An Ice Path hits! Pandago does it! He did it! Everybody, congratulate Pandago. After missing 2 in a row, he finally connects for an Ice Path that gets a kill on no other than Couch, because he is 7 Death Superstar. TC picks up his Chrysalis. He also got the Aegis from the Roche kill. Looking at Solanthus. Let's not look at Solanthus. Weaver has his Linkage up and 800 gold in the bank. So, you know, if they have any chance of coming back in, it's going to be on the back end of Weaver. And Weaver being able to dodge those snares is going to be very valuable. Even Static Link, as long as they can't sap his damage, should be pretty strong in these fights. But he kind of needs, I don't know, it's a tough spot. I think if you're Weaver, you just need to off push, hope that your Raxes don't die and farm, because the team fights aren't going to work. Anyway you cut it, I mean, even just the AoE damage is too much. Even with the linkage, you're only 1,300 health. So just keep splitting. He's doing the right thing right now. See if it continues that way. Bottom lane, they're going to try and push out this tier 1. It's really low. See if a defense comes up. Middle lane, TC is going to come in and slow down that Weaver's efforts. Salanthus Cam. This armor is so ugly. Why? I don't get it. Bottom lane tower goes down. Why? I don't know. Okay, I'll give up on it. I'm sorry. Mason on the top lane. And Mason not on the top lane any longer. TC is building towards his Daedalus. Has enough money for the whole thing now. It's 13,000 net worth versus 12,000. So a decent gap between him and Mason. But the more important thing is the way that Shadow Fiend is built. It's just a little bit more efficient towards getting towards damage. It's not like Mason's full Lincoln's isn't unusual. Shadow Fiend, just based on his abilities and the typical item progression, can get to the damage items a little bit quicker. You know, 3,900 cost item in a BKB versus a 5,200 or so. Ew, there's a Doom and some damage. Brood Star might be going down here. They might have to deny him on the back of the fight, though. They throw off the Requiem of Souls, and they'll time lapse away. TC taking a whole lot of damage. He might die here. And already using his BKB, the death could be pretty significant. Power Shot flies. It does kill off the first version of the SF. The track comes out from Couch before he dies for the 8th time. Shackle's going to fly. Catches off Beat is, but MSS can't follow up. That damage is too huge. Daedalus on hand now, and that was a big crit from TC. This Rax is going down. And looks like the Radiant just lamed this game out. Played it standard, won their lanes, took advantage of a bounty hunter with no home, and a jungle Doom that just never got it going. And they're going to go back. Rax is down, no GG calls. There's been no trash talk either. Except Brewstar apparently is I'm EGM as hell, and Dota's depressing, which I think everyone knew going into this. MSS has a 4-staff? What is late game Midas? Did he have this the whole time? Am I blind? I don't know. I can't confirm or deny that. It could be a late game Midas. Let's take a look at the graphs. We're almost at 10,000 gold, 10,000 experience. Very decisive advantage. They didn't even use a song that last fight. That's how dominant they were. Just marching up. Oh, that's because he was doomed, actually. So Doom made sure they didn't use the silence. Heaven's Halberd is up on Doom now. So we see a couple of Heaven Halberds in game. And it's nice to see more of this item. This item is pretty badass. So if we continue to see more and more of it, I wouldn't mind at all. Definitely like it on the Nagasiren. It's a good choice. Any kind of support hero that can get it that is in melee range and doesn't have to force the issue. Oh no! Monkey's Forever going to catch onto Couch. Steal off 140 charges. Is that all of your damage? Oh, we're at negatives again. Negative. I'm not sure. This math might be too hard. 25? That was a little bit of damage on the beat is. And nothing happens. But Mason is doing kind of what I said. Try not to lose a Rax. He tried, but he lost it. But he's still getting his farm, so he'll have a little bit more damage for the next fight. The question is it enough? Because Shadow Fiend is just going to rock him. Rock and sock, Shadow Fiend hitting for loads of damage. Razor is just like an added bonus. He's been picking up some kills, but definitely Shadow Fiend's farm much more impressive. Razor's 5,000 gold less, and he's a free farming solo lane. So it just shows you what TC was able to do. And oh wow, that difference in CS is huge. Beatis picks up a plate mail. Pandago. Here comes Pandago. And the base push. They pop off the Aghanims ultimate from Razor. Eye of the Storm. It's one of those skills that just is appropriately named, but you would have never guessed. Material Queen, Mason, doesn't have enough for his full Deso yet. Ice Path flies off. Salamthus going to get hit by it a little bit. There's a Daedalus on... Oh, and there's a GG. Rax goes down for free. Why not GG? Damage. Ice Path hits 2. Salamthus gets crit. Mason gets crit. 688. And the damage is too real. The game is so over. TC gets force-staffed into the well by MSS. And they still can't finish him off. MSS with a pretty beastly game. But I said before, I said it, Radiant team seemed to have better players overall now. Oh, on the whole roster. And I think I was right. I think that's proving well in this game. And now Weaver's going to take some damage from behind. Survive barely. GG's called again. Weaver picks off a kill. And that's it. Guys, that game was boring. It had 4 good moments in 30 minutes. Not an average we're looking for. We're going to try and pick up the pace with the next game, even though we can't actually control that at all, so we can't promise anything or guarantee anything. But I'll go ahead and promise that we're going to pick up the pace. I don't know how. I'll figure it out between games. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Look at the score screen. Yeah, just TC Dotes. 802. Solid number. 600 CS. Gold per minute. Yeah, that's the standout. And then, of course, Couch. Oh, Couch. 2, 8, and 4. 217 gold per minute. Next Assassin with a very strong 139 gold per minute. But I don't think that was all his fault. The team fell behind too much to split farm with that Nyx. So, next game coming up for you in a moment. Let's go over to this. And there's no reason to hide screens. We'll just try and set it up while we